Hey friends, welcome back to my channel, Life as Tiff Knows It. Tiff here. I am going to be kind of showing you a craft show I'm doing today. I would have loved it if I would have had my poop in a group and I would have filmed some of the prep work for this craft show. But to be completely transparent, YouTube just has not been on my radar of things to prioritize. I haven't really thought about YouTube. Life has been a little challenging lately, and that's okay. Like, nothing terrible has happened, but just, you know, things have come up. It's been a really weird year so far, I suppose, in some ways, and in other ways, it's fine. But I might get into that in a whip and chat at some point. But for today, I'm doing the Overland High School Craft Show. It is a very large show. There's over 100 vendors. I have a 10-foot by 10-foot space, and I'm nervous. I am going to just wing the setup this morning. I brought everything that I have. I'm going to bring 3 tables, and a lot of times I like to do a mock setup, and I didn't even do that. Like, that's just how I don't know. I just didn't do it. I didn't prioritize it. I've had so much other stuff going on. So, this morning, the prep for like the setup for craft shows is definitely stressful. And I think that this will be no exception. But you know what? It's going to be okay. I just got up. I feel super tired. I look super tired. And that's okay. I think it's going to be a good day. I'm really hoping I make my vendor fee back. This was a big vendor fee, but I just thought I wanted to try something that I've never tried. This craft show is super close to where I live. So if I forget anything or, if it's a bust, at least I'm not like traveling a long ways and I can just come home and relax. I really appreciate my husband who helped load both of our cars, because to do a 10-foot by 10-foot space with 3 tables, it took everything to get everything in our cars. Like, this is definitely the limit of what I can bring if I do this setup, which includes my pegboard display, all kinds of crates, and just everything that I've made. So I honestly don't know if I've made enough stuff to cover the 3 tables. So we'll have to see. But I wanted to bring you along on the adventure. I will try my best to film my setup before the show starts. I probably won't be like hyperlapsing or showing you how I'm setting it up in the moment, because it's a stressful time. My daughter will also be with me, which I'm excited for and a little nervous because there's just a lot of things going on and I just need her to be behaving well. It's all gonna go good, and I will check in with you soon. Okay, I had a free moment. I am about to drive to the craft show. I'm so nervous. Look at all this stuff in my car. This is just car 1 of 2. It's gonna be good. I just realized the AC is on because it was hot yesterday afternoon and now it's cold this morning. So anyway, yep, here we go. I wanted to just make sure I filmed a kind of recap It's actually the next day. I'm enjoying some time in my backyard, which I never do. It's so pretty back here. I'm seeing like one of my favorite trees that we have. We don't have that many, but is starting to bloom. And behind me, as you can see, there's a pretty tree. So it feels really good being outside. But anyway, I'm sorry I didn't really film much of the actual craft show itself. I really didn't think too much about it other than kind of just filming my setup. So I wanted to make sure I recapped it with you now. So the event I really liked going to. I'm glad I did it. Unfortunately, I did not cover my booth fee, which is a bummer. So let me go over my sales. So I started the event. An hour had gone into the event before I got my first sale, and the first one was two pairs of earrings. One was a kind of yarn spiral earring. That's the first one of those that I've sold, which made me feel really good. And then the second one was a wooden earring set. I think it was frogs. And then I also sold 2 greeting cards as well. One of them was a dog one. I think one was a birthday one. So I got a lot of interest. People were really looking at the greeting cards, going through them. And I got a lot of compliments about like most of the diamond art stuff, like greeting cards mostly. People really weren't looking at the knitted items very much. I sold a set of coasters, which I've never sold any of my coasters before. So it's just funny how things work. I was just thinking I'm going to like reduce the price of my coasters, and then they sold, which I did sell them for a good deal. I sold another 2 sets of earrings. I have like a sale 2 for $12, which I think was really helpful. There was someone interested in purchasing a bag that I made, but I don't accept Apple Pay, so I lost the sale there. But I mean, I'm not including that obviously in my numbers, but I would include that as like a sale. Like that was a done deal. And then I sold 2 of my monsters to a coworker for $30. So at the end of the day, I made $72. The booth fee was pretty high. It was $80. So I lost $10, which is a bummer. However, I think that there was just a lot of things that outweighed losing the money. I think the experience was super helpful for me. I've never done a craft show in the Denver area at a school. It was so convenient. Like it was just right down the street from me. I got to see, like, it's the high school that my daughter would go to potentially. So, I mean, she's only 6, so I have a lot of time to decide, but it's nice just being in there and kind of seeing it. I ran into a coworker I used to work with. My neighbor both neighbors were super nice. It was like a pleasant experience. So I know I've been it got so bright out here all of a sudden. I've been breaking down all of my events this year in different categories. So the first one is coordinator communication. This craft show was very well run. Everything was super organized. I got 5 emails prepping me for the event. It was super clear, like where my space, well, I haven't been to school. So like I happened to just come upon my space, which was super easy to set up. I knew there's like even like a frequently asked questions part. It was clear, like the parking, like they have very defined map. So super organized. I liked the coordinator communication. She seemed really, really professional. So I gave that a 9 out of 10. Ease of setup was easily also a 9 out of 10. We got a good parking spot. There were high school helpers, which helped so much, like immensely. And they were super nice, super kind. Foot traffic, on the way to the event, I saw like 3 different signs advertising this event. I got my hopes up. This would be a super busy, popular event. And there wasn't as much foot traffic as I was expecting. Like it was consistent, it was steady, but I definitely, I guess I was a little disappointed that with a vendor fee of $80, there wasn't more people that showed up. It was an unusually nice day in Colorado. So like it was like close to, I think it's in the 80s, like 80 degrees. So my thought is maybe people were just outside doing different things, taking advantage of the really pretty weather and didn't want to spend their time in a school gym is kind of my thought. I don't know. So that was a bummer. I think that like my neighbors by me, they sold some stuff, one more than the other. Across from me, she didn't sell much. Behind me, she sold, like, she was doing like a service, like a hair tinsel service, so she did really well. But I wouldn't say that like my booth was not successful compared to my neighbors. Like I think that I had about the same success as people around me, which is a lot of ways like a self-confidence booster. Like it wasn't something I did wrong or I didn't set up my booth well. I was really proud of how it looked for the most part, and there wasn't a lot of foot traffic. I think people this year, with like all the ups and downs with the economy and just like uncertainty in general, are not spending a lot, and so perhaps that's why there wasn't that much foot traffic. I would say though that this event, I gave foot traffic a 6 out of 10, ease of setup a 9 out of 10, coordinator communication 9 out of 10, overall score I'd say an 8 out of 10, even 8.5 out of 10. Of course I do craft shows because I want to make money, but that's one part of it. I enjoyed the experience. I would definitely do it again. I don't know if I would get a 10 foot by 10 foot space, but I'll tell you what, this is the first time I've ever set up a 10 foot by 10 foot space with 3 tables with all of the material that I've made since the summertime. And I'm really proud that I got that experience. I'm proud that Bill, my husband, helped me a lot, so I have to give him kudos and credit. But we like wing it. We set it up. It felt natural, and like even though I was nervous beforehand, like you get nervous like the night before even, it went pretty smoothly. I'm really proud of doing it, and I would totally do events like that if the vendor fee was a little bit cheaper. Excuse me, a hiccup. I'm planning on doing it again next year. Oh my gosh, now the hiccups are just continuous. And I really like the experience. So yeah, thanks so much. I hope you like these types of videos. I love making them. I'm always so tired to make them though. I don't know. So I'm sorry if the quality of this video was not great. I'm just kind of winging it as I go because I am doing everything right now, including working kind of some overtime hours. There's just a lot going on in my personal life. Nothing terribly bad, just kind of life's busy, being a mom, being a wife, just changing dynamics and working full time, and then trying to do YouTube and crafting. Sometimes I don't get it done, so or the quality is not as high. But anyway, like, comment, subscribe if you like these types of videos. I'll continue to do them. Have a great day. Bye.